Hi, it's Marcus from Dad and Lads Gaming. Jake and Tommy are missing, so that means one thing. It's going to be a nerdy video. So it's going to be a video about the new Stellar Xbox HD Plus mod I've had installed on my original Xbox. So check it out if you want to see how it performs compared to other things on the market. Right, I'm not an expert at this kind of thing, so I've got little crib sheets, so if I look down it's because I don't do any kind of script or anything. I just need to remember, don't forget, tell you interesting things that I think are relevant to the video. So first of all, everything was set up on the different CRTs and HDTVs in 4:3 aspect ratio, but there was one issue. One game through the new Xbox mod, I set the new Xbox mod into 4:3 aspect, but it just forced the game into widescreen. I don't know why. It must be, maybe the game wanted to be in widescreen, so it's the fighting game. So I'll show you that in a minute. What else have I got? I've recorded everything on this camera that I'm looking at now. It's a Panasonic Lumix G7. I'm not an expert when it comes to recording CRTs and that kind of thing. I know how to do it, but I'm not an expert, so I've done the best I can. Try to record at night when there's no glare on the screen, that kind of thing. So again, bear with me. And another minor thing I had, because I have my 75-inch TV quite high on the wall, that's how I like to have it. It means the tripod wasn't big enough, so you'll see a slight tilt on the angle. Again, I've done the best I can, so the camera wasn't moved between all the different tests, different games, so at least it looks sort of the same. You'll see what I mean when you watch the video. So what have we got? So the kit I've used. The comparison then, here is the Xbox itself. It's a Crystal Xbox. You might be able to see it's got the Stellar Xbox mod in the back there, which is obviously HDMI output. So let's look at that one. It came in this little box here, Stellar Xbox HD Plus, made by Make Megahertz. That was set in 720p mode, again 4:3. What else have I used? I've used the Retortink 5X for one of comparisons. That was set up in 1080p film mode. Now I know that Retortink has got a lot more to offer than what I've done with it. I've just basically switched it on the basic settings. So the other Xbox I've used, which was my other more stock Xbox, is outputting in component. So that's going out in component to, let me see, Toshiba 36-inch 100Hz CRT TV, and also a Sony BVM 2011P. So that was components to those two, and also I passed the component into the Retortink for those three comparisons. I've used, obviously as mentioned, the Stellar Xbox HD Plus mod in 720p mode. Whereas the Retortink and this Stellar mod will be going through my Yamaha amplifier, which is relevant when you listen. Even though I've just used the stock camera, you can definitely tell the sounds better through the Xbox HDMI mod, because the sound's excellent. It's in like stereo and surround and all sorts. You can just hear it, the sound's booming straight away, whereas the Retortink doesn't do that. So that's a positive. You come to that in conclusion really, but the positive is it sounds good as well as looking good. What else have we got? Yeah, so that was HDMI through there. And finally the big TV I've got is a 75-inch 4K HDR TV made by Hisense. I don't know the model number, but it's quite a few years old now, but it's still pretty good for being upstairs here in the games room. So what I'll do now is I'll try and show the comparisons for each setup on the following games. So we've got Capcom versus SNK2 EO. We've got Jet Set Radio Future. We have Crimson Skies High Road to Revenge. And finally, Outrun 2. So they're the four games I've compared. They're only 30-second clips for each one, and you'll get a rough guide. I mean, again, the camera will not replicate how good certainly the BVM looks in person. It looks fantastic, but ultimately, just wait and see what you think. They're all different options, and I just fancy putting this video together. So have a look. My conclusion as follows. Not many people can afford a BVM or a PVM nowadays. If you can, I think the Xboxing components or even RGB to that monitor is absolutely fantastic. The 100Hz Toshiba TV, I like it. I actually like watching. I've got two of those TVs, one in each room. I think it's really good for watching old DVDs and VHS on, and obviously Laserdisc. It just has a nice screen for that. It's quite big. It's the CRT look, but it isn't ideal for gaming. The refresh rate 100Hz, it's bonkers. It's not very good, but I just want to use that as a comparison. It was the best comparison I could use because that also has a component into it. The Retortink, absolutely fantastic device. I would recommend any retro gamer get Retortink if you can afford it. It's for me, it's the best thing on the market, but it isn't cheap. The only benefit of that is you can use it on multiple systems, in multiple setups, in lots of different ways. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I didn't do anything on the setup, to the settings for it. I just kept it on 1080p film mode, and I thought that looked pretty good anyway. But the Stellar Xbox HD Plus mod, I think, hopefully you'll be able to see in the footage, it just looks absolutely fantastic. I'm absolutely delighted with it, and you can connect it with Ethernet cable, upgrade firmware. There's lots of things coming, apparently things like the ability to use Xbox One controllers in it, which would be nice, wireless controller with it, so that's quite a cool thing. But there's lots of things planned in the future, and it's like with it having a little FPGA in there, it's lots of things that can do with it, so it's really exciting times for that. But ultimately it's amazing, and it sounds absolutely tremendous. I've got a 5.1 setup in that other room, and oh my god, it's absolutely booming. It sounds brilliant. And I would say, I mean, so I would love it, but it's an expensive mod for just one console. If you want to look at multiple consoles, a Retortink or something similar is cheaper, and you can do more things with it. But obviously I like this type of thing, so I invested in it. What I would say is, if you're going to try and get something better out of your original Xbox games, consider the Xbox 360. You can play things in HDMI. I think it upscales them. I'm sure people in the comments will tell me otherwise. So I'm sure I've tried either Outrun 2 or Coast to Coast before on the Xbox 360, and I thought it looked pretty damn good. And also, if you can get a new Xbox, or even better, the Series X, I mean, some of those games, there isn't many in the library, but some of those games on that original Xbox titles look absolutely tremendous. Panzer Dragoon Auto in particular looks stunning on that new Series X upscaled. But like I say, I love that new Stellar Xbox HD Plus mod, and I would advise you all to get one if you could. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later.